In the peaceful village of Amaigbo, surrounded by green hills and clear rivers, lived a kind-hearted and beautiful orphan girl named Amara. Amara does many jobs like helping others on their farmland to fend for herself, and everyone in the village loves her because she was hardworking. Despite Amara losing her parents at an early stage, she remains cheerful and diligent. Amara has a friend named Ada. One sunny afternoon, Amara was at the market to get herself some foodstuff she needed. She was heading home when she met this young man. The young man was Prince Obi, the brave and handsome prince of King Eze, the only son of the king. He was back from the city where he went to study for years. Amara's beauty and smile captured the heart of the prince, so he approached Amara and introduced himself. Amara also introduced herself, and since Amara was through with what she went to the market to buy and was heading home, the prince walked Amara home. On their way home, they discussed further and get to know each other better. They became friends. The prince will come to visit Amara from time to time, and their friendship grew stronger, and soon they fell in love with each other. The love they shared was strong and obvious, and the girls in the village gossiped about them. One day, the prince decided to inform the king, his father, about his newfound love. He told the king about Amara, but the king immediately rejected and refuses Amara as his daughter-in-law. No, you can't marry Amara. What happens to Princess Ezinne, your betrothed? You can't marry that girl, Amara. Princess Ezinne, on the other hand, was the only child of her parents, the daughter of King Ike, the childhood friend of King Eze. She was betrothed to the prince since their childhood. Princess Ezinne, being the only daughter of her father, was over-pampered and spoiled. Father, I can't marry Princess Ezinne. She is proud, arrogant, lazy, and rude. She is direct opposite of Amara. I can't marry Princess Ezinne, and I have no feelings for her. The king, hearing this, was sad and worried. Despite the king's refusal of their relationship, Prince Obi went on with his life with Amara. They continued their love, and the love they shared remained strong. One fateful morning, Amara was very sick that she could not get off her bed. Ada, Amara's friend, hoping Amara would come to visit as usual, waited the whole of that day and did not see Amara. The next morning, Ada rushed to Amara's house to check on her. On getting to Amara's house, Ada found out Amara was very sick. She then rushed her to the nearby traditional herbal medicine woman in the village, where she was treated, and also discovered she was pregnant. Amara, hearing the news of her pregnancy, was happy and eager to inform the prince about it. That evening, when the prince came to check on Amara, she then told the prince the news of her pregnancy. The prince, hearing this, was very happy and immediately went back to the palace to inform the king about the news of him expecting a child. The king, hearing this, was worried and thought of what he could do to stop the prince and Amara from getting married. He thought for a while, and all of a sudden, a thought ran through his mind. Yes, I will do just that, he said. So the next night, he ordered 2 of his guards to Amara's house. Take her out of the house at the odd hour to the forest. Kill her and bury her there, he instructed. The 2 guards did as the king instructed them. That night, Amara was taken to the forest, killed and buried in the forest. The following morning, the prince, not aware of what happened, went to Amara's house to check on her as usual. On getting to her hut, he met Amara's door wide open. Couldn't find her inside her hut, so he called out for her, but there was no response. He searched everywhere in the compound, but Amara was not found. Looking worried, he rushed down to Ada's house to ask of Amara's whereabouts. Ada told the prince she has not set her eyes on Amara the whole of that day. The prince, looking worried, searched everywhere he could for Amara, but she could not find her. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, hoping Amara will be back, and the news of Amara seen anywhere was not heard. He was so sad. He hoped and prayed that one day Amara would return to him. After several months passed, one night a strange wind blew through the king's palace, and the king felt a chilled cold breeze run through his spine, and he developed ghost on his body. With his head seeming so big and heavy, Amara ghost appeared to him. At first, he thought he was seeing things, so he wiped his face with the backs of his hand. Then he was shocked seeing it was Amara's ghost, and fear gripped him. He began to plead, "Amara, please don't kill me. Please don't hurt me." Then Amara told him to go to the village square and confess his evil acts in front of the village. Amara, I can't do that. The villagers will kill me after hearing this act committed by me. Can you please ask for something?" Before he could complete his statement, Amara ghost left his room, giving a warning to him, asking him to confess. After several months of torture and torment from Amara ghost, the king became ill and could not get off his bed. So he made up his mind to confess, since he knew he might not survive the sickness. After the king confessed what he has done to the villagers, they were all surprised and shocked hearing what the king has done. The prince, hearing this, was surprised and devastated at everything he heard. He wept bitterly. He then apologized to the prince and everyone. That night, the king died during his sleep. The next morning, the prince ordered that the two guards who killed Amara should be buried alive. The two of them pleaded, but it was too late, and so they were buried alive. And the king also was taken to the forest where Amara was killed and buried, and was also buried there. A year after, Prince Obi became the king of Amaigbo. He got married to Ada, Amara's best friend, and they both ruled the kingdom with love and unity. This story teaches us not to do something from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourself. I hope you learn a thing or two from this story. If you find this story interesting, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification for more interesting stories. Thank you for watching. My name is Ijoma of FOLKTALE Fantasy. Bye.